I'm gonna show you in 5 steps how to design a brand identity. Starting with brief, sketching and tracing the logo, choosing colors, choosing fonts, creating pattern, stickers, and finally creating a few good mockups. If you are a completely beginner or you wanna understand the branding design from scratch, I made it like semi-tutorial so that you won't get bored while watching the video. Alright then, let's get started. Since I don't have a real client, I'm gonna use ChatGPT to create a fake brand just for the tutorial purpose. I asked ChatGPT to give a brief on a dog treats. I got the name and all other details to create a branding design from scratch. The logo name is Paw Bites. Specifically, the brief had a character design. Create a unique dog character that becomes the face of the brand. This mascot should appear throughout the entire brand ecosystem. Well, this sounds really fun and interesting. Let's save the brief and move to our first step, which is logo design. I started sketching the logo, specifically figuring out the dog character. I took a lot of reference online. Since I was not that good at sketching, I ended up designing something like this. The reason I think this would work is I can use this character to create multiple variations, so I can use that as illustrations throughout the branding. These are the other designs I tried, but I couldn't get the dog character properly. Finally, I ended up choosing this design. Since we don't have a real client, we can take this to the next step. But if client was there, the things would have been different on taking approval. Next thing, I took a picture and dropped it in the Illustrator, and now was the time to trace it. If you know basic pen tool, you can trace any logos by using this technique. Alright, the normal way what we do is we just choose the pen tool and we just click and drag to make curve, right? So this is a normal way that we do it. The easiest way what we can do is we can just click, instead of creating curve, we can just create a straight line like this. So you have to create a line where the curve starts and you can end it at where the curve stops. So we can just follow the same thing. Alright, so once you created that, we're gonna choose that and we're gonna go to the curvature tool and we're gonna click on the center of the line and we're gonna just pull it like this to match the sketch. See how easy we can create a curve with this. We just have to click and drag. And by doing that, we get a faster outline instead of doing it in a usual way. Once you're done with that, you can see our little sharp edges over there. To fix that, we can just choose direct selection tool, click on the dot and we can drag it so that it forms a curve. I'm going to just choose a pen tool and I'm going to create a rectangle like this. And then I'm going to use the curvature tool to curve the corners and use the direct selection tool to get rid of the sharp edges. Let's duplicate this and place it over here, and let's choose all and we're gonna remove this extra line. Click on it, it'll be gone. And to create the nose, we're gonna create a huge circle, place it over here, choose all, and then we're gonna choose the shape builder tool to remove the outer space. And even for the ears, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna just create the straight line like this. Alright, one more thing what we can do is you can see there are little uneven curves over there. To fix that, we can just go to here, shaper tool, and we can choose smooth tool, and then you're gonna select the shape. We're gonna click the smooth tool, and when you click and drag, it will automatically make it smooth, so you don't need to adjust it every time. So once you're done with that, your tracing will be very smooth and easy. This title, I felt it wouldn't go really well with this, so I thought to use a title from other sketch. So here you can see this is like a bubble letters. So here also we can do the same thing. So when you follow this technique, we would be able to get something like this. And with that, our basic logo design would have been completed. After tracing it, this was the final output. I must say it's pretty decent. And you might get a question, which dog breed is this? It's an imaginary breed from an imaginary world. I'm just kidding, I have no idea. Alright guys, once you trace the logo, you have to do one important thing, which is creating a grid for spacing around the logo. Take any shape reference from the logo. For now, I'm gonna just take this nose shape. I'm gonna create it. Let's turn this to black. So now in the transform panel, what you're gonna do is you can see the width and the height, right? So we're gonna copy the width and we are going to place it in the height, so it makes a perfect square. Now let's turn this into stroke, and now we're gonna duplicate this, and in the transform panel on the width we're gonna type /2 and press enter. So what it does is it creates half of the width, and then again we're gonna duplicate it, and then again we're gonna go to the width /2 and press enter. So it creates another half by using this half. Now we have 3 shapes, right? Alright, so we're gonna name it as X space. We're gonna duplicate this. So this will be X/2. Let's reduce the size, and we're gonna name this last shape as X/4. So when we name the shape, first thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the smallest shape. Let's copy the smallest shapes and let's rotate it like this, and we're gonna place it between the logo mark and the text. So let's place it on this end of the text, and we're gonna just drag it, and then we're gonna adjust it to place on the other end. So we have the space given over here. Let's duplicate it and give same space between the title and the tagline. So that is done. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bigger X, and then we're going to place our 4 corners. One over here, one over here, one over here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna increase this, hold it and increase the height so that it matches the square, and then pull it down so that it matches the square. Same thing on the other side. We'll do the same for the top and the bottom part. Alright, so once you're done with it, it would look like something like this. So this is called grid construction. So when you're done with this, it's good to name the shapes so that you will remember on the later period. So one will place here so that we know this X space. So this would be X space, and then one will place it over here, and then one will duplicate it and place it over here, and duplicate it, place one over here, and then we're gonna copy this and place it in this space. You know, this is how you create grid spacing between the logos. Following this grid system will give you perfection on your logo placements. Okay, so we have the final logo. Now it's time to find right colors. In the brief we had color direction, use bright eye-catching colors that stands out on the store shelves and social media feeds. So I've been looking out for few references. Most of the packaging add blue, orange and white to keep the brand stand out and look unique from other brands. I had to pick a contrast opposite color from all these colors competitors were using, and then I thought red would be perfect choice. Following that, I'm gonna use blue and black for secondary colors. Just that primary color would be red. I just picked one bright red color and found a secondary colors by using ChatGPT. I copy paste my color code in the ChatGPT and asked for secondary color suggestions. I got a pretty good suggestions. In this I finalized these colors. Alright guys, a quick suggestion. In most cases, client will provide you the color suggestions. If not, you can also suggest colors to the client. Doing some research on competitor brands, you can suggest a color which stands out of all other competitors out there. Alright, now we have the logo and we have the colors. Let's go to the presentation template and arrange it. We're gonna create a small background, choose a primary color and place the logo in the center and name this as primary color. We're gonna move to the next step, which is finding a right fonts. When we are choosing fonts, we have to keep two things in mind. One display font and one secondary body font. For the display font, we can choose the one which we have used in the logo design. For secondary font, choose a good readable, clean font. It will be useful when you are writing big information or when you are creating a social media post. For this design, I'm going to use the font which I have used in the tagline. So I'll keep it as a display font, and I have found a sans serif font called Metropolis. Now let's go to the template and create a background. Place the display font on the front. Place the secondary font next to it, and we're gonna name it typeface. Okay, to create a pattern, we're gonna go to the Illustrator. Firstly, we're gonna create an element which can go all over the pattern. Since this is a dog treat brand, let's get a bone shaped element. To save time, I found this in flat icons. Now keep the main shape in the center. Now create a square around it, leaving space inside. Let's duplicate the shapes and place it around the square in different sizes. In the gaps, we're gonna create a zigzag line and duplicate this as well and place it in different sizes. The main idea here is to fill the square without any gap. Once you fill the whole square, get rid of the square, choose all and go to object, pattern and make. Now in this panel you can adjust the spacing. You can get it closer so that the whole pattern has a flow. Now when we create a shape and go to this color section, we will find the pattern that we created earlier. Just choose that and the pattern will be applied to the shape. To make it more interesting, I've created a small text with a white stroke and placed it on the top. Before coming to the stickers, I had sketched a few variations of the main dog character doing different things. I know the sketch is not perfect, but we can trace it and make it little better. How we trace the logo, same technique we're gonna use even for creating the illustration. Let's choose a pen tool and we're gonna create straight lines wherever the curves are there, something like this. So once we're done with that, we can choose that and choose curvature tool and click and pull to make the curve. Absolutely similar to what we did for logo design. I'm not gonna show it to repeat to make it bold. So I'm gonna trace all this and we're gonna jump to the next step. Finally, this is how all the illustrations came out. Again, I'm not a good illustrator, but I'm really happy to get this output. I named each one of them and placed it in the template. For stickers, I've used one of the illustration and added a speech bubble like this, so it can go on the places like packaging designs or maybe social media post. I created another one. This time I used the one which is in the logo, made it like a stamp. This also can be used as a sticker. Alright, we have the logo, we have the illustrations, we have fonts, stickers, patterns and colors. Finally, in this page, we're gonna add a few mockups. We're gonna start by creating a packaging mockups. After searching for long, I found this mockup which I can use for packaging mockup. So this is a Photoshop file. When you open it and double click on the layer, it will take you inside the design. Whatever we design here, that would reflect on the main mockup. I started by giving background with our primary color and then the brand name. I know it feels empty, but we have illustrations to cover it up. I used 2 illustrations next to the title and then added an element which I created for the pattern and a small details on the left, one sticker on the right. When I saved it, it looked like this, which is good to showcase the mockup, and I exported in PNG, placed it in the center of the template. Now on the right, I thought to add any kind of a poster mockup or maybe something we do it in social media. I created a very basic layout and added an illustration, and I've right clicked and masked it so that it fits inside. Below, adding a title to balance. Finally, on this place, I showed a toy. All these are flat shapes. In the blue label, I've added a small text. Finally, I named it as Mockups. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I really apologize for my bad throat. I know it's a short version for a branding tutorial. I just showed you the steps how to design it. I'll make a dedicated long video in my coming videos. So stay tuned and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos. And especially thanks to who all voted on the polls. The highest was branding design, so I pushed this video first. I'm not gonna let down other topics. I'm working on it. You'll see it in the coming videos. Alright then, I'll see you in another one.